Unit 16 Field Administration. Field administration is a decentralized state administration. The purpose of field administration is basically to bring the regulatory and service functions of the state nearer to the people. There is also a demand for greater citizen participation in policy formulation and execution. For this purpose, a vast politico-administrative apparatus has been established. The state government officers cannot transfer their business from the headquarters due to the long distance, magnitude of the work, administrative cost, and time taken to communicate. Therefore, the field offices are the necessity for the efficient functioning of administration. The policies are translated into reality and programs are implemented at the field level. In India, the state level departments and ministries establishing a large number of field offices and delegating their power and functions to the field officers to implement the development programs. The divisional offices, wherever they exist, district offices and local self-government institutions broadly constitute the component parts of the field administrations. The offices of field administration are organized on the basis of historical traditions, political considerations, administrative convenience, technical requirements, development imperatives, and the need for greater interaction between the administration and the community. At the field level, majority of people come into closer contact with the government. It is also here that the people judge the quality and efficiency of the government. The field administration undertakes a wide range of activities associated with the life of community. Technological advances, especially in the field of transport and communication, have played an important role in the expansion of field administration. Most of the state departments, such as public works, irrigation, health, education, panchayat, etc., are having their offices in the district, subdivision, and blocks. In this unit, we will study different aspects of regional administration, divisional administration, and district administration. In addition, we will analyze the problem areas in the field administration. Other important aspects of field administration like office of the collector, police administration, municipal administration, and panchayat raj will be discussed in the following units. Regional administration. As the directorates are concerned with policy execution and execution of policy takes place in the field, district, block, and village level. Therefore, the need arises for them to create intermediate level administrative agencies to coordinate and supervise the field operations. This intermediate level administrative setup between the state headquarters and the district is referred as regional administration. Each region is comprised of a number of districts. Thus, a region is a real unit below the state and above the district level. Significance. The regional administration permits more delegation and speedier disposal of business. It lightens the workload of the head of department, permits him to concentrate on general policy issues affecting the state and allow a detailed examination of the problems which are of particular relevance to specific region. It also facilitates better coordination and supervision of the programs being executed at the district level. ARC Study Team Report on District Administration 1967 explains the significance of the regional administrative setup for a state. Most states in India are comparatively large, both in area and population. The 6 largest states together cover approximately 61% of the area of the country. In such large states, there are wide variations in the socio-economic and geographical charismatic of each region. This underlines the need for a regional level in the administrative setup. On the one hand, policy formulation and coordination can be better achieved at a level intermediate between the district and state government. On the other, the state government, being comparatively remote from the local of policy implementation, cannot assess local problems in their proper perspective. It is in these circumstances intermediate level between the policy formulation level at the state headquarters and the implementing level in the district. Meaning and patterns. The phrase regional administration thus refers to the network of organizations that function below the state level but above the district. Most departments in a state maintain regional headquarters in these intermediate geographical territories. These territories do not bear a common name and are not geographically coterminous in respect of the various departments at the state level. They often crisscross each other for different purposes: revenue collection, law and order maintenance, forest management, and so on. Each department creates its sub-state formations to suit its particular requirement. Majority of states are divided for purposes of revenue and general administration into real units called divisions. A divisional commissioner who coordinates and supervises the work of the district collectors under his jurisdiction heads each division. Similarly, the police department at the state headquarters has Deputy Inspector General in the intermediate level. These territorial divisions in respect of the police department are called ranges. This range may be coterminous with the commissioner's division. Where the workload of a department does not warrant this, the intermediate territorial unit may not be coterminous with the commissioner's division. Thus, the forest department divides the state into intermediate geographical territories, also called ranges, in deciding the geographical area of range. To take one more example, the state level irrigation department has superintending engineer at the regional level, who is in charge of the executive engineers of his region. Briefly, whether a particular department will have a regional administrative setup or not will depend on: number 1, size of the state; number 2, volume and nature of work handled by it. Obviously, the particular historical circumstances in which a department was created and grew, and the personalities involved in its evolution will also affect such a decision. Role. The foremost function of the regional level officer is supervision and coordination of the work of district level functionaries of his department. The important functions of regional officer are mentioned below. Number 1. The regional officer also performs the important function of setting norms and standards for the comparatively young district level officers, and he ensures that these norms and standards are kept through an elaborate system of inspections, reports and returns, directives and periodic meetings with the district level functionaries. The regional officer keeps himself and state headquarters informed about difficulties or problems which the functionaries at the lower geographical formations may face through on the spot inspection. He also initiates measure for their rectification. Also, he is responsible to ensure that the targets are achieved. Wrong. Point number 1. The regional officer also performs the important functions of setting norms and standards for the comparatively young district level officers, and he ensures that these norms and standards are kept through an elaborate system of inspections, reports and returns, directives and periodic meetings with the district level functionaries. Number 2. The regional officer keeps himself and state headquarters informed about difficulties or problems which the functionaries at the lower geographical formation may face through on the spot inspection. He also initiates measure for their rectification. Also, he is responsible to ensure that the targets are achieved. He maintains an active touch with the Panchayati Raj institutions under his jurisdiction. Assessment. The existence of the intermediate administrative setup between the state headquarters and the districts has been criticized on the basis that it has no substantial role to perform. In fact, it is a redundant level of administration which only contributes delay in the administrative process. Divisional administration. Administrative organizations at the sub-state level in the country is not uniform broadly. There are two different systems. Firstly, the state is divided into a few divisions, each division consisting of a few districts. In this system, the divisional commissioner is the head of the division and acts as a link between the district administration and the state government. In the second system, where there are no divisions, the district administration directly deals with the state government without any intermediary in between. The field administration in the country falls in between these two systems. An important feature of the state administration is that several executive departments have regional offices in the state. The range offices of the police department are established for two or more districts. The Deputy Inspector General of the range acts as a link between the Director General of Police at the state level and Superintendent of Police at the district level. An important feature to be noted is that the jurisdiction of these regional level offices is not uniform. The number of districts is the range or region of the police or education department is not on one and the same. The regional offices are established irrespective of the existence or divisional setup. History, tradition and usefulness are basically responsible for the evolution of divisions in the public administrative structure. The division may consist of 3 or 4 or even more districts depending upon the size of the district. The size of the division, both in terms of area and population, varies from division to division within the state. The divisional commissioner is the highest executive authority in the division. He supervises the administration and implements the policies of the state, mostly revenue and development departments. The public administrative system, public distribution system, and welfare departments are under the control of the divisional commissioner. He acts as the revenue commissioner of the division, exercising delegated power from the relevant acts. He reviews the working of the revenue administration like collection of revenue and takavi loans and inspects revenue offices periodically. As a head of rural development administration, he is considered as divisional development commissioner. All rural development departments, including Panchayati Raj institutions, work under his control. He reviews the programs and activities connected with agricultural development, cooperation, etc., relating to rural development. He supervises and controls all the municipal institutions as well. He is expected to review the entire gamut of development activity in the division. He presides over the divisional coordination committee meetings and reviews the progress of different departments. Like the deputy commissioner, he is in constant touch with the people and tries to redress their grievances. This clearly indicates that the divisional commissioner is an important functionary and most important tasks at divisional level are entrusted to him. Based upon the experience, two different viewpoints exist about the usefulness or otherwise of divisions and divisional commissioners. The first view is that the division has proved as a useful tier of administration and that it would be strengthened. The protagonists of this view argue that there is a need for decentralizing more power to him so that he can provide effective leadership to the district administration. The district is too large for the state government to exercise effective control. It is also argued that the district collectors or deputy commissioners are relatively young and therefore the presence of divisional commissioner is necessary with whom they can interact regularly for guidance and advice. For these reasons, they emphasize the need for continuing and strengthening the divisional administration. Divisional administration is considered to be extremely useful territorial administration. This can be done in three ways. Number one, through greater delegation and decentralization. Number two, entrusting the coordination functions to the divisional commissioners. And number three, using the divisional commissioner as an advisor in policy formulation. The Administrative Reforms Commission's study team on district administration recommended that the institution of divisional commissioner should be introduced in all the states, except the small states like Kerala, Punjab, and Haryana. The other view is that the office of the divisional commissioner should be abolished. Many reasons are put forward for this. Since the commissioner happens to be all alone, he will not be able to devote time and attention to the supervision of all departments and local bodies. Secondly, presence of commissioner close to the collector may dampen the latter's initiative. There are also doubts whether the commissioner can interfere with the statutory functions of the collector. It is argued that this system has not proven useful wherever it existed, as an Umpathy has noted that lack of confidence in commissioners' inadequacy of their power, interference in the exercise of the discretionary powers, heavy paperwork, large area, short term of office, etc., cumulatively seem to have contributed to their declining position, role, utility, and success. The Administrative Reforms Commission, after examining all the arguments, recommended for the abolition of the divisional commissioners. The system of regional offices also has come for a serious scrutiny. The Rajasthan Administrative Inquiry Committee 1962 to 63 felt that the regional offices should combine in themselves the twin functions of the executive and evaluation agencies. The Andhra Pradesh Administrative Reforms Committee 1964 to 65 thought that the regional offices should have substantial power to take final decisions as it is nearer to the people of the region. On the other hand, the Punjab Administrative Reforms Commission 1964 to 66 thought that it is better to dispense with regional offices and strengthen the status and rank of the district level offices. The need for regional offices needs to be examined in the context of the nature of work. For efficiency, regional offices may be necessary if technical supervision of the activities at the district level is necessary. The Administrative Reforms Commission felt that each state should make a detailed review of the regional offices before taking decision about them. It laid down the following criteria for establishing the regional offices in the states. Number 1. The work of supervision and control thrown up by the local offices is so voluminous that it would not be possible for the head of the department to do it effectively. Second, the size of the setup required for the office of the head of the department is such that the work could be devolved on regional offices at an appreciably higher cost. Third, the operations are far flung geographically, so that central control would involve higher costs of administration on account of touring, etc. Fourth, supervision and control at an intermediate level is warranted by administrative needs and the nature of work devolving on the organization. Divisional Commissioner. The most important of the regional level functionaries is the Divisional Commissioner. Number 1. Position and scope of the office. The Divisional Commissioner supervises the work of the district collector under his charge. He is the coordinator at the district level of a wide range of activities such as law and order administration, development administration, rural development, as well as revenue administration. Therefore, the Divisional Commissioner occupies a place of special significance in the intermediate level administrative setup. Checkered career of the institution. The office of Divisional Commissioner in the country has had a checkered career. It has seen a succession of abolitions and revivals in various states since independence. Madhya Pradesh and Old Mumbai states had abolished it in 1948 and 1950 respectively. However, both revived the commissionership, Madhya Pradesh in 56 and Mumbai in 1958. Rajasthan abolished the institution in 1961. Uttar Pradesh went halfway. It reduced the number of commissioners and enlarged their geographical jurisdiction. Soon thereafter, however, it restored the status quo. Likewise, the commissionership was abolished in Maharashtra but was subsequently revived. Functions of Divisional Commissioner. The Divisional Commissioner is the overall regional officer giving guidance to district level officers and providing feedback and advice to the state headquarters. Second, mainly he remains involved in coordination, supervision, inspection and appellate work. Third, in the sphere of revenue administration, the Commissioner's duties are manifold. He has well-defined power in land revenue matters and hears appeals against the revenue decisions of the district collectors. He inspects revenue offices within the division. All correspondence to state government in regard to revenue matters is channeled through him. He has responsibilities in regard to land reforms also. The Commissioner has also responsibilities in the sphere of rural development. In the sphere of local self-government, both rural and urban, the Commissioner has been given certain power. The Commissioner shoulders direct responsibility in regard to law and order in his division. He is the head of the law and order administration in the territory under his command. Divisional Commissionership. Divisional Commissionership, a controversial office, substantial points of the controversy. The office of the Commissioner has aroused much controversy. Two distinct schools of thought appear to have emerged, one in its defense and other against it. Those who support its cause argue that creation of a strong intermediate tier of administration would encourage decentralization and bring state administration physically and psychologically closer to people at the grassroots level. Besides, improved coordination and supervision of the field establishment would be achieved. Those who argue against it and recommended its abolition maintain that the creation of an intermediate level of administration curbs the initiatives and responsibility of the district functionaries. The state where the institution of divisional commissioners exists has not achieved any marked improvement in efficiency or speed in disposal. Even coordination does not appear to have achieved any worthwhile results. Besides, as the ministers nowadays tour the districts frequently, as a result, the problems of coordination are easily noticed. The collector can easily get in touch with the headquarters in case of need due to facilities for speedy communication. Thus, there is no need for referring matters to an intermediate authority. We may now summarize arguments for and against the institution of divisional commissioners. Arguments for the ARC study team in its report on district administration argues in favor of the office of the divisional commissioner on the following grounds. Number 1, the divisional commissioner's presence will facilitate coordination of the regional level officers of the various development departments. Such coordination cannot be achieved at the state headquarters because it is too distant for the purpose. Only an officer who has an intimate awareness of the problems of the region can do this effectively. Second, in large states like Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh, it is not possible to exercise effective supervision over collectors unless a regionally based officer undertakes it. Third, the commissioner's presence at the intermediate level will encourage delegation from the state level. This will make speedy speedy disposal of cases possible, as well as make administration more accessible to the public. Fourth, the commissioner's presence can be used to provide more adequate guidance to the Panchayati Raj institutions. He can also be utilized to facilitate coordination between the Panchayati Raj bodies, regional and state level agencies. Fifth, a regionally based officer of an adequate administrative experience will act as a catalyst for regional planning and implementation. Sixth, an administrator of the commissioner's seniority and experience could perform a useful training role in respect of young IAS and state civil service officers of this division. Arguments against the post of divisional commissioners, as mentioned in the Bengal Administrative Inquiry Committee, are: number 1, the activities of government have grown too large and complex at the district level, as a result of which a division is no longer a suitable area unit for purpose of supervision. It is too large an area to be an effective unit of administration. Second, as authorities of supervision over districts and as an appellate revenue bodies, commissioners are disproportionately expensive. Third, it is doubtful if, as an intermediate level of administration, the commissioners have much useful role to perform or any specific contribution to make in disposal of work. The post has been reduced to the position of a mere post office and contributes only delay in the dispatch of the public businesses. Commissioners are officers of wide and mature experience, and as such their availability at the state headquarters would mean a fuller use of the valuable experience. Divisional administration fails to create a much useful preoccupation for officers of the commissioner's seniority and experience. Evolution of district administration. District as a basic unit of field administration has been in existence through the ages. Below the district level, district is an important territorial unit. Throughout history, district has been considered as the most convenient unit where the administrative operations could be concentrated for the purpose of governance. The nature of power no doubt varies from time to time depending upon administrative needs. Invasions, conquests, political and administrative changes did not affect this basic unit of administration. Many districts over decades have been bifurcated and reorganized to meet political and administrative requirements. It, however, did not affect the continuation of the district as a unit of administration. It has not changed substantially from time of Manu. Manusmriti describes village as a basic unit. About 1,000 villages are grouped together as a district and were placed in charge of an officer. Significantly, even today, many districts in India approximately consists of half the same number of villages. The territorial structure of administration of the country can be traced to the Mauryan era. About 2500 years ago, the Mauryans created an administrative structure for better administration. The system consisted of revenue villages called gramas, a group of revenue villages called satana, Vaishya or Vishya or Taluk, several stanas called ahras or the district, a group of ahras called pradesh or the region, and several pradeshes called janpada or provinces. During Gupta period, also similar administrative units existed, wherein the empire was divided into desas into bhuktis, and bhuktis into Visayas. The desas, bhuktis, and Visayas can broadly be compared to the present states, divisions, and districts respectively. The Vishyapati, the head of the district administration, had both revenue as well as political functions and is comparable to the present day world district collector. During Mughal period also there was a similar pattern of district administration based on delegation of authority to the man on the spot. Mughal Empire was divided into subas into sirkars, and Sirkars into Parganas. The British inherited the Mughal administration. During the period of East India Company, several experiments were made in the field of administration. By 1781, the district again became the unit of administration under the district collector as head of the district. Broadly, the concept was of an area specialization, which became the cardinal feature of the Indian administrative system. Thus, the present-day district administration has historical roots. The Simon Commission in 1930 made the following observation on the subject. The system has some roots in the past. Akbar, for instance, subdivided all Bengal into Sirkars. A strong and settled administration appeared during the British rule. Independence and abolition of welfare state necessitated a complete reorientation of the concept of district administration. The main stress has been on development administration. Community Development Program created institutional setup for rural development. Balwant Rai Mehta Committee recommended a three-tier structure of a local government at village, block and district level. The introduction of the Panchayat Raj thus was a radical change in the district administration. Different states have adopted different patterns. In some states like Maharashtra and Gujarat district level bodies, that is Jila Parishads, were made strong. Elsewhere in Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan, it was constituted as a supervisory and coordinating body. Territorial subdivisions. There are wide variations in the size and population of the district from state to state and also from district to district in a state. On the basis of data, Census of India 2001, West Bengal has the highest average size of district in terms of population at 4.46 million, followed by Andhra Pradesh 3.29 million. However, Arunachal Pradesh has the lowest average size of district 84,000, followed by Mizoram 111,000. The highest increase in average size of the district is observed in West Bengal, where 452,000 persons have been added between 1991 and 2001, followed by Andhra Pradesh with 401,000. The most significant decrease of about 50% in the average size of the district has been observed in Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Depending upon the needs and requirements, different states have evolved different types of administrative setup in each district. In a district, we find several tiers, each with specific function. The first level is the district level. The jurisdiction of the collector, superintendent of police and other district level officers extend their services to the entire district. For the purpose of administrative convenience, the district is split up into a number of subdivisions called talukas. The size and population of the talukas also varies. As the distance between taluka and the district headquarters is too long for speedy administration, one more intermediary level, that is division, was established. Each division consists of few talukas which are headed by tahsildars. Subdivisional officers or revenue divisional officers. Every state department generally posts their officers at the subdivisional level. Divisional level administration mostly concerns itself with supervisory role over the taluka level administration. Division is a contribution of the British T.A. Varghese Commission, constituted by the government of Tamil Nadu, recommended the abolition of divisions as they have outlived their utility. At the lowest level, we have village, which is a basic unit of administration. There are several concepts of village like revenue village, development village, etc. with its own jurisdiction and set of functions. With the establishment of Panchayati Raj, a three-tier system was introduced in the country on the recommendations of the Balwant Rai Mehta Committee. Broadly, the village, block and district is the pattern. Jila Parishad at the district level, Panchayat Samiti at the block level, Gram Panchayat at the village level are the democratic bodies administering development programs. Collector and district administration. District Collector, who is also called the Deputy Commissioner in states like Haryana and Punjab, heads district administration. Ever since the creation of the post in 1772, the district collector continues to be administrative head of district administration. Though created as an agent of then British government to establish its hegemony throughout the length and breadth of the country, he plays a significant role both in development and regulatory areas. Basically, he has three major functions, namely revenue, magisterial and developmental. Apart from these major functions, the state and central government also entrusted a large number of miscellaneous functions to him. Collector has been the head of the revenue administration, though there has been considerable change in the nature of the state from police to development and welfare. Revenue functions continue to claim considerable time and attention. The collector is also in charge of law and order administration in the district. He has control and supervisory role over the police administration. He advises the government on various aspects of law and order. However, several controversies have arisen with regard to his role in the maintenance of law and order and his relation with Superintendent of Police. Even then, law and order continues to be one of his important functions. After independence and with the adoption of planning strategy, the collector has a vital figure in implementing the development programs. He continues to play a significant role in the development administration. There are several other areas like conduct of elections, dealing with calamities, supervising local government institutions, etc., wherein the collector has an important role to play. Details of his role in district administration would be discussed in the next unit on the district collector. Suffice it to say that in district administration there is no area where he is not associated. Component parts of district administration. The district is an important geographical unit where the people come into direct contact with the apparatus of public administration. The actual pattern of administration varies from state to state. Even then, there is a large measure of uniformity in the broad pattern of district administration. Because of proximity of the community to the district administration, one finds a large number of the state level agencies functioning in the district undertaking a variety of functions. These functions can be categorized as law and order, revenue, agriculture and animal husbandry, welfare, public distribution, elections, administration of local bodies, functions relating to emergencies and natural calamities, and residuary functions. A major concern of district administration is maintenance of public safety, law and order, crime control and administration of justice. District collector and the superintendent of police undertakes these functions. They are responsible for maintenance of peace and tranquility in the district. Administration of jails through a separate department, though a separate department is closely related function in this category. As a district magistrate, collector has supervisory role in the administration of jails. The second group of functions is related to revenue administration. Assessment and collection of land revenue, collection of other public dues and taxes like sales tax, maintenance of land records, adjudication of land disputes between private individuals and government, implementation of land reforms, consolidation of agricultural holdings, etc., constitute revenue functions at the district level. District collector is basically responsible for all these functions, and to support him, there is an elaborate network of revenue and other departmental officials. After independence, development administration has become all pervading, and government has begun to deal with wide area of development functions. Because of the rural nature of the society, agricultural development is an important function of district administration. This includes irrigation, cooperatives, animal husbandry, fisheries, etc. A different subject matter specialist working under the supervision and control of the district collector looks after each of these functions. In some states, most of these functions are undertaken by the Panchayati Raj institutions. Welfare is another component of development functions in the district. Public health, welfare of weaker sections and backward classes, education, etc. come in this category. Each of these functions is entrusted to separate officers at the district level. Public distribution is an important function, particularly in the context of scarcity and black marketing. This is a delegated function assigned to the collector. Separate organization, however, exist under his control. Articles of daily consumption like food grain, kerosene, sugar, etc. come under this category. In a democratic system, elections to various bodies at the national, state and local levels are conducted periodically. The process of election, beginning from the registration of voters to the conduct of elections and the declaration of result, is a vital function to be carried out at the district level under the supervision of the district collector. Local administration is a vital link between district administration and the local community. Rural and urban local bodies play a vital role in district administration. The state governments have entrusted the supervisory and controlling role to the collector in the district. Natural calamities and emergencies is another vital area which needs to be taken care of whenever required. The entire administration has to be geared to meet the threat of emergencies during natural calamities. As head of district administration, the collector plays a significant role in managing the crisis. Apart from the important functions listed above, there may be very many areas, functions of the government which can neither be precisely defined nor explained. These residuary functions like small savings, contribution to public loans, etc. are equally important in the district administration. The primary objectives of the district administration is to ensure orderly and speedy development of the district. To achieve this objective, the administration deals with the maintenance of law and order, collection and land revenue and other taxes, public distribution system, calamities and emergencies, and administration of justice. As administrative organization, the wide variety of functions undertaken at the district level result in a complex administrative system. Apart from the office of the district collector, there are several departments, namely agriculture, animal husbandry, irrigation, cooperatives, social welfare, education, civil supplies, medical and public health industries, etc. in the district. Collectively, all these departments constitute the district administration. Every state level department has corresponding functional department at the district level. Various departments in the districts are structured separately. The revenue department comprises various officials: the collector at the district level, deputy collector at the subdivision, Tehsildar at the taluk, revenue inspector at the circle, and village officers like patwari at the village level. The superintendent of police, deputy superintendent of police, inspector, sub-inspector, and constable work at various levels as field functionaries. Similarly, there are the department officers of health, education, agriculture, cooperation, etc. In many cases, their jurisdiction is coterminous with a district. But increasingly, there is more than one district level officer for each district. The Panchayati Raj institutions have a hierarchy of officials, some of whom have been integrated the development departments at block and village level. While working in the same district, each department maintains a district identity of its own like their state counterparts. Despite task differentiation and maintaining district identity, there is a certain degree of task sharing between the departments. Problem areas in field administration. The broad framework of field administration remained more or less the same except a few reorganizations and addition of developmental functions. This has resulted in several problems for the administration as well as for the community. Firstly, there are wide variations in the size of districts, both in terms of area and population. The reorganization that has taken place after independence is mostly on political consideration than on administrative requirements and efficiency. These variations are creating serious problems for the administration. This is mainly in terms of access of district administration to the people. With the increase in number of functions and role of development departments, there has been a considerable decline in the importance of revenue officials. But their stranglehold over land records and their linkage with local power groups has become a disturbing factor. In spite of the commitment of the central and state governments, there have been several difficulties in implementing land reforms in the country. This is another problem area. Rural and urban local institutions are an important part of field administration. These local institutions have considerable role to play both in civic and developmental areas. There has been a tendency to entrust more developmental functions to the Panchayati Raj bodies, but there are several complaints of partisan outlook of the elected functionaries leading to favoritism and nepotism. As a result, there is a political disharmony, intensified factionalism, and increased crime rate. Similarly, the municipal local institutions also face several problems. Shrinking resource base, inadequate technical capacity, increasing pressure due to growing population, coupled with high expectations of the community for more and better services are creating several problems, not only to the municipal institutions but even to the district administration. One of the well-known features of the bureaucracy is its emphasis on rules and regulations. Increase in workload over the decades is leading to delays, red tapeism, and consequently corruption. Status quo conscious officials in some cases are becoming insensitive to development demands, thereby creating atrophy in administration. The reforms that have been affected over the years could not tackle the major problems like deterioration in law and order and problems of interagency coordination of field administration in the country. Structural reorganization by itself may not and probably will not help to improve the efficiency of district administration. There is a need for attitudinal change among the officials. Unfortunately, the reform committees and commissions have not dealt with this important aspect of field administration. What is needed, therefore, is a total restructuring of field administration, keeping in view both structural as well as behavioral aspects of the officials as well as the expectations of the community in tune with the democratic traditions. Summary. The field administration in India presents a picture of continuity and change. Introduction of Panchayati Raj, establishment of agencies to implement welfare programs, and increasing focus on people's participation necessitated new relations in the administrative apparatus at the district level. It also necessitated new modes of communication as well as new concepts in method of accountability. In this unit, we have described regional administration, divisional administration, district administration, administrative organization, and major problems in the area of field of administration. In addition, role of the divisional commissioner and district collectors have also been highlighted. In the next unit, role of district collector will be dealt at length.